Number 18, Rita Rivera. Number 16, Kapitana Cici Rondina.
We said it would come down to one last game, one last match, one last set, one last dig, one last toss, and one last spike. And for one last moment, we are here at the Mall of Asia Arena to witness the coronation of the new queen. But first, we have our Morris Garage's dynamic player of the game, the #1 scorer of the Ateneo Lady Eagles this season, Kat Tolentino. What a game she has played.
And she has definitely produced a lot for Ateneo, especially in this match, and proven herself, you know, how valuable her contributions are. And considering that she has been through injury, she was able to recover. And if you look at how she plays right now, you wouldn't really think that she came to that place where she had an injury and she had to recover.
And that is why I never mentioned the injuries of Kat Tolentino, because none of us know what she had to go through just to be the player that she is today.
That's right. And it takes more, you know, than just the hardware that she has, but the spirit, you know, the determination, the fighting spirit really says a lot. And for her to be able to bring herself to that top form.
21,347 in attendance today. And now, let's turn it over to our Coliseum marker to begin the coronation of the new champion.
May we call on the UAAP Board of Trustees and Managing Directors who worked tirelessly for this season. From Ateneo de Manila University, Mr. Emmanuel Fernandez. From Ateneo de Manila University, Miss Erica Caitlin D. From the National University, Mr. Jose Nilo Ocampo. From the University of the Philippines, Mr. Francis Carlos Diaz. From the University of Santo Tomas, Father Janel Abogado. From the University of Santo Tomas, Miss Gilda Paz Camus. And the UAAP Executive Director, Attorney Rene Andre Sakisek Jr. The head of Integrated Sports, Mr. Dino Lorena. And the President and COO of Sky Cable, Mr. March Ventosa. Though they were unable to defend their championship from last year, this team still went all out, showing plenty of swag and anime along the way. Give it up for the second runners-up, the De La Salle University Lady Spikers. Thank you and congratulations. Throughout this season, UST's motto has been Kami Naman. Fans of the Tigresses have been yearning for a return to the top, and though they fell just short, there can be no doubting the fight in these ladies. Here are your Season 81 runners-up, the UST Golden Tigresses.
This is a day we will remember forever. Not because of the outcome, but because of what these players put out on the floor. They showed their heart, they showed their brilliance, but most of all, they showed their love for the entire UST community, and that is why the entire España community showed them the love back tenfold. Majority of the people here are in yellow, let's be honest. And they're still here, Ivy.
That's right. The full support for the ladies that you see here now. But, you know, they really did give it their all, and it was a well-fought championship series. They stretched it to 3 games. And you can really see that, you know, these girls have a lot of promise and that they definitely will be back next year.
So, the only 2 players who are graduating on this team are Cici Rodina and Rica Rivera. And the early replacements are, well, ano nga lang naman.
Thank you and congratulations.
Maybe you've heard of her. Melena Alessandrini. We all know what she can do, and she's 100%. So the future looks bright for UST.
Oh, very bright. As bright as the yellow shirts that we see here around the arena.
Couldn't have said it any better, partner. I love the UAP. And because of what happened today and in this final series, oh boy, I can only imagine how much more motivated A.L. Laura will be come season 82.
Oh, yes. But definitely. And if she has her sister playing by her side, and I think that what more motivation and support could you have?
I won't be surprised kung
Thank you and
mag-workout na yan bukas.
congratulations.
But of course, doctors will advise her not to.
Yeah.
Doctors will advise her to rest that left ankle because the future is at hand. but she still has
May we
4
go
more
on
years
UAAP
of
Season 81
eligibility.
DMP
This is just
President,
the
Mr.
first
Nino
taste
Ocampo, and the Vice
of Ea Laure
President,
as a
M.
Golden
Fernandez,
Tigers.
to award the
Right, and
champions.
she is not playing like a rookie.
No, not at all. Not at all. Nothing but respect for the UAP
After
Season
losing
81
finals
USD
Game
Golden
1,
Tigers.
thanks look grim for this squad. May they live up to their rallying cry of one big fight and storm back to win the next 2 and the series. From failing to move past the Final 4 last season to now winning it all. These ladies really played her hearts out. Give it up for the Season 81 champions, the Ateneo Lady Eagles.
This is now the official coronation of the new champion, the Ateneo Lady Eagles. For 3 years, LaSalle lorded over UAB Women's Volleyball. They sat on the throne. But now, these Lady Eagles from Katipunan reclaimed it. They have risen and they will reign. Championship number 3, Ivy. What does this mean for Ateneo winning their 3rd championship in UAP volleyball history?
Well, definitely this just goes to show how strong the program has been, for Ateneo, how serious they really are, when it comes to the growth of the players, development of the players. And Ateneo has been producing a lot of, very good players actually in the collegiate volleyball. And it amazes me how many players they have with the height. The average height. Look at the height of these girls.
Eliza Valdez told me the other day it's the tallest Ateneo lineup ever. And that's why she believed that one of the keys for them to win the championship would be blocking.
And they definitely showed it, They have been very consistent. This team has been very consistent throughout the tournament from the start of the season and all the way to the end. They have really showed, they prepared for it, they worked hard for it. And finally, all the hard work has paid off. The sweat, the tears, the body pain. It's now all worth it because finally they were able to get the crowd and again, stay at the top.
Season 76 and Season 77, names like Eliza Valdez, Denden Lazaro, Gia Morado were the stars. Here in Season 81, the Ateneo community will remember Bea De Leon, Maddie Madayag, Kat Tolentino, and Kim Hectoriana.
And that would be actually a very good way to be remembered, with the championship title. You can always proudly say that, yes, I played for Ateneo Season 81 and we were the champion.
Coach Oliver Almagro now a champion in the men's and the women's division, Ivy. What can you say about that?
And anywhere you put Coach Oliver, then he can produce, he can convert. He has his magic for both the men and the women's team. And some coaches, they can only work their magic better, let's say for the men's or for the women's. But Coach Oliver has proven, kahit anong team bigay mo sa akin, I can work with it.
A simple and religious man from Palo, Leyte, which is a neighboring city of Tacloban. A Letran alumnus, was a setter, started coaching in 1997 with LaSalle. You know this, Ivy, because he was there when you won your first championship back in the day. Learned under the late Coach Nes Pamilar, under the great Coach Ramil De Jesus, and he has spread his wings as his own man.
That's right, and he has spread his wings as a Blue Eagle.
So he was a knight, he learned to be an archer, and now he's flying high as a Blue Eagle. What a story. What a story for Coach Oliver Almagro. So this is his 4th championship for Ateneo because of the 3 that he won in the men's division with Mark Espejo and Ish Polvorosa, 2 players who are in attendance here today. We focused them a while ago on the TV screens. What a moment for the queens of UAP Women's Volleyball.
May we call on once again BMT President Mr. Dilo Ocampo and Vice President M. Fernandez to award the UAAP Women's Volleyball Finals MVP. In her final season, she promised one big fight and delivered. Standing strong in the middle, Ateneo's captain led her squad back to the finals and played a vital role in them reclaiming the crown. You have your finals MVP, Capitana Bea de Leon.
You know, the foundation of Bea de Leon is family. She loves her parents, Elmer and Det. She loves her brother, Lowell, who's her biggest fan. And her mother, Det, always says that even though Bea is who she is on the court, you know, the swag, it's a different kind of swag. It's a swag only BDL can exude. She has a good heart.
Well, it does show, you know, and you can also see every time that every game, she gives her best. She wants to make, and she leads the team. You know, she leads the team very well. And that is really the making of a true captain, a true MVP.
And you saw right after I mentioned the names of her family members, they were right there with her, celebrating the crowning moment of her career. What a moment for the finals MVP, Bea de Leon. You see the love of the fans. No, Ivy, it only seems like yesterday that I saw Bea, I saw Maddie, and I was like, wow, I think I was getting tall.
And now they're graduating.
Now they're graduating. Now they've played their final match. I mean, because let's be real. I mean, during the time of the Fab Five, they weren't as tall as this.
Yes, that's true.
But the Fab Five started everything for Ateneo. They showed that they can contend with the likes of LaSalle, FEU, UST, and all the